Can you just introduce yourself?
All right, well, I'm Corporal Mendoza. I've been at Golf Battery for a little over a year now. Been in the Marine Corps 3.5 years now. Been jumping up around from regiment down to battalion, down to the battery. I'm out here. I'm the main box operator for Golf Battery, FTC. Okay. That's pretty much it for now.
Where are you from?
I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago?
Yeah, born and raised. I went to boot camp down in San Diego. Then from there went to MCT. Then to the Fire Direction Center class in Fort Sill, Oklahoma.
Okay. Could we just get a spelling of the first and last name?
First name is Francisco, F-R-A-N-C-I-S-C-O. Last name Mendoza, M-E-N-D-O-Z-A.
Awesome. All right. Going out the first question. Can you just explain what Golf Battery is out here doing today?
Golf Battery right now is out here training for anything that can happen in the future. We're just practicing our firing capabilities out here in 29 Palms. There's a lot of things that could potentially happen out in the world today, so okay. We're just out here getting good training.
And can you just explain what the FDC is about, what it is?
The FDC is like the bridge between the forward observers, which are the guys up on the hill, picking out the target for us to shoot, whether it be enemy or suspected enemy. We are the ones that process all the data to send down to the gun line from the observers. They send us the grid or the potential grid. We either shoot HE, which is a high explosive round, or we light it up at night with aluminum rounds.
Okay. And being the main box operator, can you talk about what that is?
Yes, the main box operator, my job is to pretty much calculate all the data that's going to get sent down to the gun line. We take all the data.
Can you explain why the FTC is needed for the FOs and the gun line?
Yes, the FTC is needed because, like I said, we process the data that comes down from the forward observers. We calculate everything, and we send the data to the gun line in order for it to fire accurately. We tell them what round to shoot, what propellant, what charge. We let them know everything that we need in order to fire accurately. Awesome.
And can you explain what a fire mission is?
A fire mission, I would say, is a forward observer picking out a target, or whether it be enemy or suspected enemy. If it's a suspected enemy, we can light it up with a lume to confirm it's a suspected enemy. We calculate all the data that they give us, and we send that down to the gun line. The fire mission is pretty much the calculation of the data from the forward observer.
Okay. And can you explain the process from start to finish? What exactly happens when you hear fire mission?
When I hear fire mission, my job is to be ready on the box, to take down the grid, calculate all the data. The forward observer has already found the target. There's 5 requirements for a fire mission to actually be accurate. It's going to be target location, our battery location, the projectile we will be firing, the meteorological data, and the computational data. And the hardest part is probably the computational data, and that's the computational data falls on us. The fire mission is in order for us to support those units outside the wire, outside our fire base, in order for them to, well, have timely and accurately fired for their protection.
Okay. Can you explain what it's like to work hot days and long nights during a major training exercise like this?
The hot days can suck a lot. It's wearing a 30 to 60 pound flak on your back with sappies in. It is not the most comfortable, but it's training that we need out whenever we do deploy.
Can you explain some of the stresses of working in the FDC?
The stresses in the FDC. I'd have to start when the forward observers decided they're going to send us multiple fire missions at the same time, whether it be a CAD, which is we got to mark a target. At the same time, we got to suppress an enemy from there, we get a fire for effect or just fire, which we got to separate the guns that are going to mark the target, suppress the target, and then we got a fire for effect mission, which is a target has already been located. We need to destroy or neutralize the enemy, pretty much. Just multiple missions coming down at the same time is probably the most stressful part of the FDC. We gotta make sure we're sending on the right data for the right mission.
Okay. And what are some of the hard things that you have to do in the FTC that not everybody sees or hears about?
The computation of the data. It's a bigger stress than anything else. If I get anything wrong, whether I switch around a number, pick the wrong charge, wrong propellant temperature, anything can affect the round. And if I don't compute the data correct, then whether it be in training or when we're out on deployment, either people could get hurt or possibly die.